On an ordinary August night in 1977, the Big Ear Radio Observatory in Delaware, Ohio, was listening to the sky. It was a massive, flat telescope stretching across 3 football fields designed to capture invisible waves from deep space. Dr. Jerry Eman sat at a desk much like this one, sifting through printout after printout of radio noise. He was looking at endless columns of letters and numbers representing the strength of signals hitting the antenna. Most of the data was a low-level hum, 1s and 2s representing nothing. But buried in the middle of a page, 6 characters broke the pattern. 6, E, Q, U, J, 5. Eman recognized exactly what those numbers and letters meant. He reached for a red pen, drew a circle around the sequence, and wrote a single word in the margin. Wow! That red scribble remains the only time humanity has ever recorded a radio transmission, matching the exact theoretical fingerprint of an intentional extraterrestrial broadcast. Radio astronomy doesn't rely on lenses and mirrors to capture light. Instead, massive receivers listen for electromagnetic waves traveling across the vast, dust-filled expanses of the cosmos at the speed of light. If an intelligent species wanted to send a message across those distances, they would likely broadcast at 1420 megahertz. This is the natural emission frequency of hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe. Scientists consider it a cosmic highway marker, a universal frequency any advanced civilization would know. The signal Eman circled arrived at exactly that frequency. This graph tracks the intensity of the radio waves recorded that night. The telescope's computer translated signal strength into a single character every 12 seconds. Numbers 1 through 9 represent low background noise, but letters indicate extreme intensity. The U in 6EQUJ5 represents a signal more than 30 times stronger than the normal hum of deep space. Looking at the shape of the data, the rise and fall of the signal takes exactly 72 seconds. Because the Big Ear telescope was stationary, it relied on the Earth's rotation to sweep across the sky. A fixed point in deep space would remain within the telescope's beam for precisely 72 seconds. The exact hydrogen frequency, 30 times the normal background noise. A perfect 72-second bell curve. The signal behaved exactly like a structured transmission originating from a specific distant point in the Sagittarius constellation. Following the discovery, researchers immediately mobilized to find a mundane explanation. They rigorously tested the data against known natural and human-made phenomena. Ground-based interference was eliminated because of the telescope's hardware filters. Airplanes and orbital satellites move too quickly and leave entirely different signatures than the slow 72-second sweep recorded by the computer. In 2016, a theory emerged suggesting the signal came from a hydrogen cloud surrounding a pair of passing comets. However, the wider astronomical community rejected this. Comets simply do not emit focused 1420 megahertz signals at 30 times the background noise of space. This leads to an unsettling hypothesis, known as the scanner theory. The signal may not have been a message aimed directly at Earth. Instead, an advanced civilization might have been sweeping a massive radar beam across the galaxy, surveying star systems. Our planet simply happened to intersect that beam for 72 seconds. When you mathematically eliminate equipment errors, classified military satellites, comets, and terrestrial interference, the remaining options shrink. An intentional broadcast from a non-human intelligence becomes the most logically consistent explanation for the data. In the decades following 1977, astronomers pointed increasingly sensitive instruments back at that specific patch of sky near the galactic center. Modern arrays, backed by massive funding, spent thousands of hours listening to the exact same frequency. The result of every single subsequent search has been complete, unbroken silence. We have never detected even a faint whisper of the signal again. If the transmission was a natural cosmic fluke, physics dictates it should be repeatable. Pulsars emit regularly, quasars radiate constantly, and stars pulse. Natural phenomena do not occur loudly for 1 minute and then vanish for half a century. The universe is unimaginably vast and ancient. The fact that we have heard a signal of this magnitude only once introduces a terrifying answer to the Fermi paradox. Intelligent life might exist, but the vast distances make contact nearly impossible. Or worse, civilizations rise, broadcast briefly, and then permanently fall silent. In 2012, 35 years after the initial detection, researchers at the Arecibo Observatory fired a targeted transmission toward the source of the WOW signal. It was a complex mathematical message, launched with the understanding that a reply, if one ever comes, is centuries away. Today, millions of dollars fund continuous, comprehensive deep space surveys. Yet the physical site where humanity captured its most compelling evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence, the Big Ear Telescope, was demolished to build a golf course. Our universe is almost 14 billion years old. Humans have possessed radio technology for barely a century. In cosmic terms, we've only just opened our eyes. We have been listening for an eye blink. The cosmos operates on scales of time and space that do not owe us answers, clarity, or comfort. But for 72 seconds in the summer of 1977, the silence broke, offering the profound hope that we're not entirely alone in the dark.